Hi, it's Lee Gardner here. Welcome to the third in my series of my journey to purchase a HMO. So I've already given you some background as to why I'm looking to purchase a HMO, and as promised, I said I would share with you my numbers. I think this is really important when you are purchasing property, that the numbers stack up. So I want to go through the numbers and share them with you and show you what it looks like for myself on this particular purchase. So here are the numbers. So I'm going to go through these. So the first one, the big one, it is a big number, is the purchase price, 385,000. So the purchase price of this property was 385,000. Now ideally, I'd like to have spent a little bit less than that, but it's a really popular area, this particular area in Nottingham. It's a hive for students, the demand is really high, and in the last 6 months, since I've been looking, I've seen the property prices gradually climb up, and so have the rents. So ideally, I'd like to have got it for a slightly better price. I managed to negotiate a little bit off the purchase price, I think about 10,000, but it's probably where the prices are. And the good news is this property is immaculate. I don't have to do anything to it. Some of the properties I saw that were maybe 15 or 20,000 pound less, they pretty much needed full refurbishment. They were in a bit of a state. This is a property that's in really, really good condition. It's got tenants in already, and it's got tenants for the next term as well. So I was happy to pay a little bit of a premium to secure this property. The next number, 115,500. This is the deposit that I'm putting down on the property. So it's a 30% deposit that I'm putting into the property, and that's enabled me to get a pretty decent mortgage, which I'll talk about. But where the deposits come from is not out of my own bank account. It's come as a transfer of funds from my existing limited company. So my existing limited company, Gardner Financial Management, has retained profits. So these are profits that I've paid my corporation tax on, but I haven't physically taken the money. That's sitting in my company. And what I've basically done is set up a second limited company for the sole purposes of owning and purchasing property. It's called an SPV, a special purpose vehicle. We will go through and have another video specifically on how you do this and the process to set them up. It's super, super simple to do it. So my trading limited company has borrowed or lent the money or loaned the money to my property company, and that's going to form my deposit. The balance of the purchase price, which is 269,500, is going to come in the form of a mortgage. Now, there are lots of mortgage lenders out there. There are thousands of mortgage deals. However, this is a limited company purchase. It's a house of multiple occupancy, a HMO, and it's going to be a student let. What that does, it narrows down the choice of lenders that you do have available. But the great news is I managed to secure a deal with Paragon, and we managed to secure a deal at 3.05 for 5 years. It's a 5-year fixed rate mortgage. Obviously at the minute, interest rates are starting to go up, and I personally believe that's going to continue to be the case. So the fact that we've secured our mortgage fixed for 5 years is pretty good. And what that means is our monthly payments on the mortgage are going to work out at £691 a month. I think for just short of £270,000, £269 a month, interest only, I think that is a phenomenally good deal, okay? And the rental yield, well, it's got a tenant in at the moment, or it's got 4 tenants in at the moment. It's a 4-bedroom HMO, so there are 4 rooms rented out. And the rental income, excluding the bills that's currently delivered by the property, is around about £1,400 a month. And that's got tenants in now, paying rent up until the end of August. And from September, they've already got tenants. The tenancy agreements are signed, and the rental yield will go up to £1,560 a month. So mortgage payment £691, rental £1,560. I think I'm pretty happy with that as an outcome. Now, of course, from those costs, I'm not intending to get involved in terms of any sort of management myself, so I do need to deduct management fees from that, and that's going to depend. I'm going to shop around, but it's going to be between 8 to 10% in terms of management fees. you're going to have to insure the property and get all that in place and have a contingency fund for, you know, wear and tear and repairs, etc. But overall, I'm pretty happy with that. The rental yield compared to the value of the property, it's around about a 5% yield, which I'm pretty happy with. So you probably will maybe normally get slightly higher yields on HMOs, but I think in this particular area, with some of the reasons I've given, the high demand, etc., and the lack of other HMOs, which is pushing the price up, I'm pretty happy that I've managed to secure the property on these terms. So where we are in the journey at the moment is the mortgage application is in the system, my solicitors have been notified, the contracts are being sorted, so I'm hoping to have a formal mortgage offer very, very shortly. Once that formal mortgage offer has been produced, really then it's in the hands of my solicitor and the vendor's solicitor to get the paperwork sorted to arrange that completion. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's all going as it should. I am going to share more information with you in terms of maybe some of the things you need to think about around HMO, some of the additional costs you may incur, and hopefully that will give you an idea of whether it's right for you. I mean, in my journey of looking at this, I've been looking at what other people are doing, and there's a huge amount of information out there in terms of what you can do and getting information around HMOs. But I hope me sharing my experience, I've never done a HMO before, I hope it gives you some confidence that it isn't that difficult, and actually it could be a pretty decent investment for you. So I look forward to giving you an update as we go, and any comments, any tips, anything you need to know, I'm more than happy to answer. So have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon.